Hey Internet! My name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. Jedmy is sitting inside of his newer spacecraft and he's ready to go. So I can adjust the throttle, enable SES, and in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff! Another flawless liftoff from the launch pad at Kerbal Space Center, and Jedmy is now heading for space. He is on a very important and special mission, as his goal is to deliver a heat shield to the Planet Explorer, the lander we used during the Duna Landing Mission, which is now back in an orbit around Kerbal. Unfortunately, this lander was built before the release of KSP 1.0, and so it lacks a heat shield, and I think it could be a little bit too risky to re-enter the atmosphere of Kerbal without a heat shield. In this case, it's now Jedmy's job to fly out to the Planet Explorer and to deliver a heat shield so that it can safely re-enter the atmosphere and land on the surface of Kerbal. Moreover, Jedmy will be also responsible for deorbiting the Planet Explorer, because as soon as it is docked to the heat shield, it can't use its liquid fuel engines, as they are then facing directly towards the heat shield. In this case, Jedmy has to dock to the Planet Explorer and deorbit the spacecraft and then perform another burn in order to remain in space. But at first he has to reach orbit and he has to rendezvous with the Planet Explorer. Right now we are launching toward the sunrise, which is pretty special as we had our liftoff during the nighttime on Kerbal, and soon we will see the sunrise. And I think this is always so special to leave the launch pad at night and to fly out into the sunrise, and this is all the time a very beautiful and special moment. And well, I need now to turn over as I was a little bit slow with my gravity turn, so now I can turn over to the 20-degree mark right away, and yeah, we can now see a beautiful sunrise. This is really amazing, this is great. And well, what is our current situation? We are right now on our ascent trajectory, and the Planet Explorer is a little bit ahead of us, but this is not a problem as we will insert ourselves on a lower orbit and so on a much faster trajectory, and it should be no problem at all to catch up with the Planet Explorer. Okay, the central core booster is now out of fuel, and so we can jettison it, and we have reached space so that we can also jettison our fairing. Very good. And okay, I think I can now continue the burn with my upper stage, because I like to raise my apoapsis to an altitude of about 250 kilometers. And okay, the apoapsis is raising. Very good, very good. And 250 kilometers, very good. So now I like to set the Planet Explorer as my target, and we do have a quite significant inclination to it, so I like to add a maneuver node over here, and I like to fix this inclination. I hope, oh dear, this was a bit too much. I hope I can do this. Yeah, very good. Okay, maneuver is coming up in 1 minute and 40 seconds, and well, you can see Jedmy's spacecraft is sitting in front of the heat shield, so as soon as we have reached a safe orbit around Kerbal, Jedmy has to undock from the heat shield and has to turn his spacecraft around so that he can grab the heat shield again with his front docking port, because his engines are also facing towards the heat shield and I don't want to destroy it. And yeah, so in this case, as soon as we are in orbit, he has to turn around and grab the heat shield again. And as we are now in space, we can also extend the solar arrays of Jedmy's spacecraft. Very good, very good. Okay, less than a minute until we will reach the maneuver node, and then we are able to fix our inclination. Okay, I think I can perform a quick time warp, and okay, now it's time to perform the burn. Very good, very good. And this was a bit too much. Okay, 0.2 is good enough. So, I can now prepare the orbit insertion burn, and hopefully I can also prepare at the exact same time the rendezvous with the Planet Explorer. And okay, this looks promising. If I do something like this, then I would have a separation of only 500 meters. Wow, this would be cool. Unfortunately, this will happen directly above the terminator of Kerbal, so we would be then entering the darkness and the shadow of Kerbal. This is a little bit sad, but yeah, we need to do this in order to deliver our heat shield. And okay, now I can perform another time warp to get closer to our orbit insertion burn. And okay, easy. I think I will begin the burn at 20 seconds before the maneuver node. Jedmy is happy. Jedmy is happy to be back in space. That's really cool. Okay. Now it's time for the maneuver, and here we go. Here we go. Now we can insert ourselves into a stable orbit around Kerbal and also prepare our rendezvous with the Planet Explorer. This is really an exciting mission. And well, I have chosen the largest heat shield, the 3.75 meter one, in the hope that it's large enough to protect all the parts of the Planet Explorer. And yeah, we will see if this will work out as expected. And yeah, okay, now we are in an orbit and 9.2 kilometers. What do I need to do? Do I need to... Yeah, okay, I just need to continue a little bit the burn. So, let me see. And 400 meters, 400 meters. Wow, this is good. This is really good. So, now, one of the most risky steps of the whole mission. Jedmy has now to undock from the upper stage and drift a little bit away from the upper stage and the heat shield. Oh dear, no. I wanted to do this. Ooh, this is... But yeah, enough space. Maybe I should have rotated around the other axis, but okay, luckily there was enough space. And okay. Now, Jedmy can approach again the heat shield in order to grab it with the front docking port of his spacecraft. Okay, very good, very good. Easy. And we have contact and we are docked again. We are docked again with the heat shield. And so I can now say decouple. Very good, very good. Has the force of the decoupler changed our... Yeah, we are now down to 100 meters. That's cool, that's really cool. Okay, so Jedmy is now on a good trajectory, and I think I can, it's throttled down. I can now start the engine, very good, and switch over or switch back to the upper stage. And at first I need to perform a small burn in this direction in order to get free of Jedmy's spacecraft, and then I can turn to the retrograde vector. Okay, very good. Now it's time to deorbit the upper stage. We don't need it anymore. And okay, it will now disintegrate in the atmosphere, and so we got rid of it. So, Jedmy is now on a good way to rendezvous with the Planet Explorer in about 17 minutes. Very good. So now I can perform another time warp to get closer to our rendezvous. And well, this looks a little bit strange to see Jedmy's small spacecraft with this huge heat shield in front of it. But yeah, this is really a very important payload and a very important component for the Planet Explorer so that it can safely re-enter the atmosphere of Kerbal. And okay, now we are approaching our Planet Explorer with a relative velocity of more than 80 meters per second. So I think I will now perform a short burn to reduce the relative velocity maybe down to, yeah, let's say 20 meters per second, because we are relatively close, or maybe even down to 10 meters per second, because we are now less than 1 kilometer away from it. Okay, yeah, I think the rate of reducing the relative velocity is relatively good. Okay, and 10 meters per second, very good. We are only 400 meters away from the Planet Explorer. Good job. Really good job, Jedmy. Okay, 300 meters. 250. 200. Easy, easy. Getting exciting. Getting really excited. Okay, I like to dock to the front docking port of the interplanetary travel stage. Okay. Now I need to come to some kind of station keeping, more or less. And stop. Very good. Now I can switch over to docking mode and rotate my spacecraft around. What do I want to do? I want to do this. Exactly. I want to do this. Very good. And then I like to turn around this axis. Very good. Okay, now I can start. And how we are doing in terms of sunlight. It's a little bit time until we will have orbital sunrise. This is good. So hopefully I can finish the docking maneuver before I will enter the shadow of Kerbal. This would be really good. And yeah, okay, now I can stop the relative motion. Very good. And now I like to turn the spacecraft in this direction. Very good. Okay, now we can align ourselves with the docking port of the interplanetary travel stage. Good job, Jedmy. You're doing an amazing job. This is really good. You're really an expert of performing a docking maneuver. Very good, Jedmy. Really good, really good. I'm proud of you. And okay. So we are now aligned. So now I can turn toward the docking port, and now I can approach it. Very good, very good. Good job, Jedmy. Marvelous. Really marvelous. Okay. Very good, very good. Good job, Jedmy. Good job. Okay, now I can slow down a bit and switch the systems off. Okay, we are docked. We are docked. We have delivered the heat shield, and well, soon we will have orbital sunset. So in this case, I think I will just perform a quick time warp so that we can get back to the sunlight before we will start to prepare everything for the re-entry. Okay, I am having the time of my life, and Jedmy and Optop are enjoying their ride as well. Okay, we are back in the sunlight. This is very good. And how should I do this at best? I think, no, not control from here, but undock. Jedmy will now start to drift away from the interplanetary travel stage, but wait, let me set this as a target at first. Okay, not so fast, not so fast, maybe by 0.3 meters per second. Yeah, this is good. And now, time for the Planet Explorer to undock from the interplanetary travel stage as well. Is SAS running? No. Okay, no, SAS is running. And yeah, no, it can also drift a little bit away. And we can switch to docking mode, and I like to perform something like this. Yeah, very good. Now I can start to drift forward again. Very good. And I like to set this as my target. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, don't run into the solar panels. Ooh. Okay, good job. Good job. Whee, this was exciting. This was really exciting. Okay, now we have passed this, the heat shield. Now I have to turn my my spacecraft around this axis at first and fly just a little bit up. Very good, to align myself with the docking port. And okay, very good. So now I think I should control from here to make sure that I'm really facing toward the docking port of the heat shield. Okay, our light is helping us now so that we can see where we are going. This is good, this is really good. And what is down there? I think 90 kilometers is our... This is the upper stage. Let me just see this. No, it's a 100th episode probe or the ore finder. I think it's a 100th episode probe. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, there's the 100th episode probe. This is interesting. And okay, we are now about to get back to the interplanetary travel stage. And okay, we are now docked to the heat shield. And yeah, as you can hopefully see right now, the liquid fuel engines are now facing towards the heat shield, and so the Planet Explorer can't use its... Okay, now I like to set this docking port as my target. Very good. And yeah, I'm still in docking mode, so now I can approach them again. Very good. And yeah, so in this case, the Planet Explorer can't use its liquid fuel engines in order to deorbit itself, and so Jedmy is now responsible to dock to the Planet Explorer so that Jedmy can deorbit them and help them to get back home to Kerbin. And okay, very good, very good. Good job, Jedmy. Really good job. Okay. Not so fast, not so fast. Slow down a bit. Slow down a bit. Very good, very good. Looking good, looking really good. Okay, and Jedmy is docked again. Very good. So we can now undock from the interplanetary travel stage and we can drift away from it. Very good, very good. Okay, now SAS is running again. Very good. Okay, so where are we? Kerbal Space Center is down here. I like to have my periapsis next to Kerbal Space Center, so I think I will... Let me see if I perform a burn over here. No, this is a little bit too late. Maybe over here. 35 kilometers, bit too high. 24, maybe a bit too low. 29. Yeah, let's go for 29 kilometers. This is good. Okay. The deorbit burn will come up in 30 minutes. That's good. I think we can... in which direction are we now burning? Okay, this is the right direction to get away from the interplanetary travel stage. Okay, we can now switch back to staging and control from here. Okay, yeah, I'm controlling from the right spacecraft. Very good. Okay, 30 minutes to go. Time for another time warp. There's Kerbal Space Center. Soon we will return. This is good. Okay, 6 minutes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I need to turn around. And how is Jedmy doing on fuel? I hope he has enough fuel because, well, this large heat shield and all the other components of the Planet Explorer are relatively heavy, and I hope he's not running out of fuel because I like him to stay in orbit a little bit longer. So, okay, wait, before I will perform the burn, let me just make sure. Yeah, exactly that. Because Kerbal is rotating, and I like to bring the periapsis maybe over there. Well, maybe even over there. I think this is even better. Okay, we have to wait additional 4 minutes before we can perform the burn. Okay, easy. And now, okay, we are unfortunately in the darkness when we will perform the burn. Okay, here we go, here we go. Now it's time to deorbit the Planet Explorer and to help the 2 crew members of the Duna Landing Mission to finally return back to the surface of Kerbal after they spent such a long time in space around Duna and on the surface of Duna and on the surface of Ike. So, okay, it's a relatively long burn, but yeah, I think Jedmy has enough fuel to raise his orbit again after he has finished the burn, so that he will remain in space. This is good, this is really good. Okay. Good job, Jedmy. Really good job. Okay. Yeah, still enough fuel. Maybe I should have just grabbed some fuel from the interplanetary travel station in order to refuel Jedmy's spacecraft, but well, now it's too late. Now we are about to return back home to Kerbal, and yeah, very good, very good. So we are getting closer, and cut the engine. So is this looking good? Yeah, it's really looking good. Good job, good job. Thank you, Jedmy. Well, I think I can bring it down even more. I like to bring it down maybe to 27 kilometers. Okay, yeah, like this, like this. Very good, very good. Thank you, Jedmy. Now, Jedmy can undock again, can use RCS to drift away from the Planet Explorer so that he is not damaging it when he is now performing the next burn. And well, at first he will just raise his periapsis to maybe 80 kilometers or so, that he is still in space. And well, then later on he can decide if he will return back to Kerbal or to the surface of Kerbal, or if we will try to get back to the space to the science station. We will see. Right now we can now focus on the landing and the re-entry of the Planet Explorer. Very good. Okay, we are falling down, and at first I like to oh dear, SAS was off. Okay, this explains why this was so strange. First I like to wow, this decoupler has a lot of force. Okay, yeah, I wanted to get rid of this docking port so that it's no longer a threat for the integrity of the heat shield. And okay, now we are getting closer to the atmosphere. I hope the heat shield is really large enough, because well, the landing struts are are not completely covered by the heat shield. And okay, wow, I'm having the time of my life, and wow, that's crazy. We are experiencing the first re-entry effects already at an altitude of 47 kilometers, so we are really high above the atmosphere, and soon we are already experiencing the first effects of the compression heating. And yeah, the landing struts are in the hot air, in the hot plasma. I hope they will survive the re-entry. This would be really bad if I would lose them. But yeah, I think all the other parts of my spacecraft are protected by the large heat shield, so it was a wise decision to deliver and to use the large heat shield. And well, how is this looking from the interior? Well, we can see, yeah, we can see that the effects are increasing, and we are still in the thinner parts of the atmosphere. We haven't reached the darker blue or the brighter blue ones. And oh dear, oh dear. This is really a hot re-entry. Luckily we do have our heat shield. This is very good. Okay, the velocity is going down, very good. And we haven't reached the thicker parts of the atmosphere, and our velocity is already down to 1,800 meters per second. This is very good. And the G-forces are also okay, so it's not too steep. The re-entry is not too steep. This is very good. Okay, now we are getting closer to the thicker parts, and the G-forces are increasing. But here soon we should be. Okay, we are down to 1,200 meters per second. Very good. G-forces are rising, so we are getting closer to the even thicker part of the atmosphere. Okay, the compression heating is going down. And the Planet Explorer has survived the re-entry. Well done, well done. Good job, really good job. What about the ablator? Yeah, we have used more than 100 units of the ablator. Interesting, not bad at all. Okay. So we are now reducing our speed. This is very good. And now we are falling back to Kerbal, and we will land in the desert part of the continent of Kerbal Space Center. And I think now it's time to deploy our parachutes to disable SAS. And well, now I don't need the heat shield anymore, so I can jettison it. Goodbye, heat shield. Thank you for your service. You were really helpful so that we can survive the re-entry. Okay, very good, very good. And here, our parachutes are slowing us down, very good. And we have separated from our heat shield. Okay, so I think I can perform a quick time warp to get closer to the point when the chutes will fully open. Okay. Oh, wow, wow. So, the heat shield impacted the Earth, or impacted Kerbal. And our parachutes are deployed. Very good, very good. Now I can extend our landing struts. Very good, very good. Okay. A perfect approach. A perfect return back to Kerbal. That's amazing. That's really amazing. Okay. Just a few meters. I like to see the landing from here. Okay, less than 50 meters. We are coming down. And The Duna mission, the Duna Landing Mission is finally over. Well done, well done. We are back home on Kerbal. We made it. We returned back to Kerbal. Very good, very good. And we are in Kerbal's deserts. Okay. So we returned back to Kerbal. Very good, very good. This was amazing. This was great. Good job, everyone. Good job. And now, the most exciting part of the whole thing, we can recover our vessel. And 5,781 science gained for this mission. Wow, wow, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Look at all the data we have brought home. This is crazy. This is so crazy. And recovery of a vessel returned from the surface of Duna. 75 science. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. 5,781 science. Wow, that's crazy. So much science. So many experiments. This is crazy. 240 for a surface sample. Yeah, the surface samples are really good. Wow, this was a great mission. Good that I brought the Duna rover over to Duna so that we can visit different biomes. This was cool. This was really good. Okay, parts. We were 132.9 kilometers away, so 91.8% value, 35,000 funds back. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah, all the parts returned. Very good. And the crew. 25 XP gained. Advanced to level 5. 24 XP gained. Advanced to level 5. Wow, cool. So, we have now 2 new Kerbal who reached the maximum level, level 5. Wow, that's cool. That's really great. This is great. This is so great. And yeah, so both Optrop and myself have now reached the maximum, the highest level. That's cool. That's really cool. And with this, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you had some fun, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Jedmy. See you!